From this perspective, Muslims, like Nazis, lose in every way. Muslims lose their soul, as the message is demonic. They lose their freedom, as the religitech requires submission. Muslims live in poverty, since the only worthy endeavor is fighting, and too many forfeit their lives, dying as martyrs for a lost cause. There is no benefit, no reason, no justification to tolerate Islam. Hitler was as self-centered as was Mohammed. Mein Kampf 661. A view of life must reject democracy and instead give the world the best people, the superior man who must be obeyed.
Koran 33:21. You have indeed a noble paradigm in the Apostle of Allah. Koran 33:36. No Muslim has any choice after Allah and His Apostle have decided a matter.
Picking up where Allah left off, Der Führer proclaimed, Mein Kampf 665, the inspired leader whom nature, capital N, therefore God, has endowed with special gifts must be selected.
Koran 33:56. Allah and His angels shower blessings on the Prophet, so believers send your blessings on him and salute him with all respect, a worthy salutation. Those who annoy Allah and His Messenger and speak evil things of them, Allah has cursed them and prepared a humiliating torment.
There are two reasons that Mohammed and Hitler established militaristic states. Militants were better equipped to steal what the dictators coveted, and military authority is unquestioned and absolute. The translators of Mein Kampf said, quote, Inside an army, soldiers do not ask questions, inquire about their rights, or insist upon privileges. They obey the leader. In quotes. Mein Kampf 793. Army service secures absolute power of command, compelling obedience. While goose-stepping to the same beat, Der Führer and Der Prophet sang the same tune. Mein Kampf 669. There must be no decisions by the majority. The Reich must be built upon the principle of personality. Read Dictatorship. One man decides. He has absolute authority.
Quran 4, verse 114. He who disobeys the apostle after guidance has been revealed will burn in hell.
Nothing says tyranny like Islam. At least Hitler was an honest psychopath. He told us that he had established the religion of Nazism to compel men to obliterate all other doctrines. Mein Kampf 674. The fighter for our new ideal is compelled into battle to fight to abolish existing doctrines. The view of life is intolerant. It cannot be content to share power. It demands dictatorial exclusivity. All must be completely readjusted according to its views. Therefore, exactly like a religion, it cannot tolerate the simultaneous existence of any prior doctrine. It must destroy all other altars. Mohammed said such things too, as did his God. Each of the following quotes is from the
Spoils of War
Surah. It explains why Muslims are willing to kill to achieve their monopoly.
Quran 8, verse 1. They ask you about the benefits of capturing the spoils of war. Tell them the benefits belong to Allah and His Messenger, so fulfill your duty to Allah and the Prophet. Verse 5. Your Lord sent you from your homes to fight for the true cause. Verse 7. Allah wished to confirm the truth by His words. Wipe the infidels out to the last. Verse 12. I shall terrorize the infidels, so wound their bodies and incapacitate them, because they oppose Allah and His Apostle. 15. Believers, when you meet the unbelievers in battle, do not turn your back on them, for any Muslim who retreats will bring the wrath of Allah on himself and will abide in hell. Verse 72. Those who accepted Islam and left their homes to fight in Allah's cause with their possessions and persons, and those who gave them shelter and aided them, are your allies. You are only called to protect Muslims who fight. Verse 73. The infidels aid one another. Unless you do the same, there will be anarchy in the land. Those who accepted Islam and left their homes to fight in Allah's cause are good Muslims. Verse 57. If you meet them in battle, inflict on them such a defeat as would be a lesson for those who come after them, that they may be warned. Verse 59. The infidels should not think that they can get away from us. Prepare against them whatever arms and weaponry you can muster, so that you may terrorize them. They are your enemy and Allah's enemy. Verse 71. He will give you mastery over them. Verse 39. So fight them until all opposition ends, and the only religion is Islam.
The Bible's tacit prediction that Islam will be responsible for the last world war appears probable in this context. But it's a shame that 1.5 billion people, a quarter of the Earth's population, will die because we were willing to tolerate something this fixated on violent world conquest. As a footnote to these verses calling all Muslims to global war, the Nobel Quran explains what Tabari wrote in his first commentary on the Quran. In it, he presented Mohammed's worldview. The nation of Islam must be united in world war against all non-Islamic peoples. The infidel killing fields were called Dar al-Harb, the place of war. Mohammed envisioned Muslim militants rising up as a single nation under the rule of a dictatorial Führer.
The best interpretation of the verse, those who disbelieve are allies of one another, and if Muslims of the world collectively do not do so and become allies as one united bloc, is Muslims must do what Allah has ordered. We must unite as one nation to make Allah's religion of Islam victorious. For there will be great wars, many battles, and much killing. There will be robbing, great mischief, corruption, and oppression. So to achieve victory, Muslims must unite under one Muslim leader,
called Gog in Ezekiel's prophecy.
Muhammad said, if the Muslim world gives a pledge to two chiefs, the second one must be killed. So it is an obligation, as proved by the Quran and the Prophet's Hadith, that there must be only one Muslim chief for the whole Muslim world, and that all Muslims must unify around him.
Well, the Bible indicates that this leader will come from Turkey. The Saudi ruling family's favorite imam, al-Barak, sounds like the perfect candidate. The esteemed Islamic cleric said,
I am against America. She is the root of all evils and wickedness on earth. Muslims, don't take Jews and Christians as allies. Muslim brothers do not have any mercy or compassion on them. Their blood, their money, or their flesh. Their women are yours to take legitimately. Allah made them yours. Why don't you enslave their women? Why don't you wage jihad? Why don't you pillage them?